Good morning, James and Claire. How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations on this. Okay, first of all, you had me at created and by Greg Garcia. I mean, honestly, the guy is a genius. I was a huge Raising Hope fan and everything else that he's done. He's so great. So, James, let's start with you because I wanted to know, kind of when you got this material, it's so off the wall, like not surprisingly because of Greg. What was it, when you looked at it and you read it for the first time, what was your initial reaction to it?
When I read scripts, I read a lot of scripts, and I like to read scripts that I connect with, and I immediately connect with it. And when I say connect, I mean I immediately I knew the lines. After I read it a couple of times, I automatically started memorizing it, and yeah, I just really connected with it. And Greg Garcia, in the description said he didn't want you to play into the comedy. He wanted it to be real,
right?
And finding the funny in the real. And that's what I fell in love with. I was like, yes, I like this role.
Yeah, I'm there for it, basically. Yeah. And how about you, Claire? Because I would think playing a character, if I'm reading the character and I go, my character's name is Wiggles, I'm in.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. My manager sent it to me and they were like, this is you. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. It is. Holy crap. I can't believe that this exists, this name, this person. I feel like I know the character, or I want to know her or want to be her. She's a joy. I just love her so much.
Yeah, and she gets to wear some pretty wacky stuff. Tell me a little bit about how that helps you get into character to even make her even funnier.
I mean, when you're wearing denim underwear, basically, you automatically feel like a different person, and unless you're already that person, it's right? Very specific.
Yeah. You could create a whole line of denim underwear from this show. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm down. I know Wiggles would be down. She would have the infomercial.
Yeah, but James, would you partake in that?
Hell yeah, I'll put some money into that. That's a great investment.
But not so much put money into it. Would you wear it?
Oh, that's a different story. You gotta make some briefs for me.
There you go. Now, James, I want to ask you, I mean, the premise of this show is hilarious. You've got these ex-cons. They're trying to use their criminal minds for good. Okay, so my first question is, can you use your criminal mind for good?
100%. It's a different form of rehab. You know what I'm saying? Let me learn how to use the skills I got, because everybody didn't go to school to be a doctor or a lawyer. Some people just have different skills, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's people out here that you could use those skills on. And I think that was a real interesting way of showing people you can use you could be a bad person for good. It's some people who don't like to follow rules. It's people who don't like to be told instructions. So it's how would these people operate in the world? This should be a real thing. A lot of times people hire criminals to join the FBI as informants, right? Because they know things that, they don't know. So
yeah, good point. But Melvin, your character is the guy, he's kind of the go-to guy, right? If you need 100%. A fake passport or whatever. And you said earlier in the interview that you connected with him. I hope you don't do this in real life.
Well, I definitely smoke a lot of weed. So I think that's something that I really connect with the character.
We'll let you go with that. Claire, for you, also in terms of connecting with Wiggles and just in terms of what this married band of 4 ex-criminals do. I mean, how much fun was it being on set with all of these people?
Oh my God, it's so much fun. Every scene that I got to do was hilarious. And every time I got to be in a scene with one of the different, actors in the ensemble was just awesome. Everyone was so great. James is such a great scene partner, has been so supportive of me. But I mean, it's hilarious. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, truly, I can't believe you guys took money for this role. It looked like way too much fun. It really, really did. I gotta address some of the other people in this show because, of course, the great Garrett Dillahunt. I've been interviewing that guy for years, you know, from drama. Like, he's so good at dry comedy, you know, and just everybody in this cast is so good. So James, I just wanted you to talk briefly about working with somebody like James and the rest of this cast too.
Yeah,
Garrett, sorry, Garrett, I meant.
Yeah. Garrett was a treasure really to work with. You know, I wasn't really familiar with his work before, you know, before this, but getting to know him, I learned so much immediately. You know, from like in this show, we're not doing a lot of improv. I'm a big improv guy. And Garrett is really like, you know, when you filming it, you see how he's working, you're like, oh, it's so close to how he really is. He's a calm, chill guy. Like, he's so calm, so chill. So when a lot of the scenes he did that were like physical, I didn't see. So seeing that, I was like, holy shit, like this guy is like, he got range. And I was learning like from him, like, you know, you don't have to always improv. Like, you know, it's unnecessary sometimes, you know, and yeah. So even with Martha, it was like, these are two great legends we were having consistent acting classes with in different ways. And, you know, Gary, he was an executive producer as well. He was playing both roles. So when we had issues, we literally could go and talk to him. And even if we didn't have issues, we'll be talking to him as an actor, forget he's a producer, and he'll fix some stuff that we might be talking about, you know? So I 100% look up to Gary. That's a really great guy, great actor. And
yeah, I mean, how hard is that for you as an improv person? Like, if you guys have that kind of a background and then you've got this script to follow, is that a hard thing to do, James?
Yeah, first it is. It's really like, yo, calming your mind down, because your mind is trying to tell you all these other things to do. But it was really good for me to do this because I needed to learn how to do that. Like, yo, how can you specifically say these lines, say this dialogue, and deliver? Because that's what our job is as actors, or to deliver these characters. And a lot of times, especially this show was created by Greg Garcia, written, directed, produced. So even when it comes down to these characters and these lines, he wrote every single thing. So I'm glad I got to have this experience, because I learned so much. So now when I'm reading scripts now, I'm like, you know, I'm able to be more on script.
Right. Well, you guys did so far what I've seen, so funny. I really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much, and best of luck with the show. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.